Hi, let's try this again. We're going for try number 4. Hi everybody, it's Ms. Bushu. I am going to record some information about the review. This is review for the probability exam. Do not forget this exam is on the 19th of May and it is a summative grade. Your review needs to be completed. It's in your packet. It is a grade. Your test needs to have work on it. You know that. Your test will be in the same format as your review. It will be in sections just like your review. All right. I'm not going to read the questions, but I will go over them. So, number 1 is done by counting up all the little squares. There are 36 squares. There's 13 of them shaded. So in order to find your percent, you're going to find your fraction and divide the top by the bottom and move the decimal. In order to do number 2, you are going to find the area of the total, which is 500 plus 800, which is right here, times 1200 times 9 plus 900, which is right here, and then 900 plus 5 times 500 to get the area of this spot, and then you're going to put that fraction over that. Then you're going to do that fraction and find that decimal point. For number 3, you're going to do part over whole. Your part is this number. Your whole is the 5, the 12, and the 4. So 5, 12 plus 4 is 21. All right, so now our section 2 is independent events. If you remember, independent is like when you put it back, where you take something and you put it back. It's not going to be depending on something else. So our W is our whole. Our W is 12, so our whole is 12. Our part is 4. Our part is multiples of 4. So our part is not 4, but our multiples are 4. Our multiples are 4, 8, and 12. So that's 3 of them. So if we're going to pull twice, that's our first pull and our second pull. So 3 times 3 is 9. 12 times 12 is 144. Multiply, divide, and get your decimal. All right, so multiple choice quiz here. 5 is our W, so that's our bottom number. They've got 4 questions, so that's 4 times we're going to multiply. And we want to get the question right, so there's only one correct answer. So it's 4 times we multiply 1. 1 times 1, 4 times is 1. 5 times itself 4 times is 625. So that's going to be our fraction. On number 6, an 8-sided die 3 times, so that's going to be 3 times we roll it, so that's 1, 2, and 3 times we roll it. There's only one way to get a 5, so that's one way to get a 5. So 1 times itself 3 times is 1, 8 times itself 3 times is 512. Divide it out and we're going to get 19%. Francisco, he's got 4 white marbles, 4 gray marbles, and 4 black marbles. That is 4 times 3, which is a denominator of 12. We're now on independent events. That means we're going to take it out and we're not putting it back in. So that 12 is going to go down to 11 because we're not going to put it back in that bag. So if we take that bag, there's 12 things in, and when we take it, there's now going to be 11. Okay? If there's 4 in the first time, there's 3 in it when we take it out. So 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 11 is 132. And when we reduce, it's going to be 1 over 11. All right, now face cards. Your face cards are king, queens, and jacks. You have 4 different suits. So 3 times 4 is 12. So you're going to start out with 12. If you do not put it back, you're going to get 11. If you're starting out with 52 cards and you do not put it back, you're going to get 51. So 12 times 11 is 132. 52 times 51 is 2,652. When divided out, you're going to get this number. Now we're on to permutations. Now remember, permutations are much more difficult. You need to multiply by every number before it as well. So we need to find our R and our N. We've got 6 people, so that is our N. That is our whole. Our R is the number of times or the number of options. We've got 3 options: president, vice president, and treasurer. So our N goes up here, and then on our bottom it's N minus R. So it's 654. If this part confuses you, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you can do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 over 3 times 2 times 1. You can easily cancel the 3's, the 2's, and the 1's. So all you're multiplying is 6 times 5 times 4. And that is 120. And you know you put the 120 on the bottom, so it's 1 over 120. So on this one, you know your N is 11. And you know your 3 favorite books, so that's the R. So it's 11 factorial over N minus 11 minus 3. So it's 11 times 10 times 9 times 8. Or 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cancel out all the ones that match. Then you don't get as confused. So all you're multiplying is those. And that's going to get you that. And then you're going to turn it into a decimal. Make sure you're answering the question. If you put in a fraction as the answer, it will be wrong. Permutations with repetition. That's when you're finding the repetition. This is repeating 3 times, so that's repetition. The E repeats 3. The L repeats 2. The R repeats 2. So that's 9 factorial. That's 2 factorial. That's 2 factorial. And that's 3 factorial. You can cancel out the 3. Because of these 2, you can divide 2 things by 2, and you can get that. Now combinations. Combinations are a little bit harder than permutations. I like to just go ahead and do it. So all you're going to do, it's N minus R times another R. So we know 3 is the R and 14 is the N. So it's 14 factorial. 14 minus 3, well, 14 minus 3 is 11. So you're going to go down to 11. 14, 13, 12, 11. You're going to put an 11 here because you got the, and then do 3, 2, and 1. Your 11s can cancel out because this one's going to be 11. Your 11 will cancel out and you'll get a 3, a 2, and a 1. So you'll just do 14 times 13 times 12 divided by 3 times 2 times 1. And that'll give you 364. And you'll put that under 1. All right, so on 13, you've got 18 factorial over 18 minus 3 factorial times 3 factorial. Well, 18 minus 3 is 15. So you'll go 18, 17, 16 times 15. And 18 minus 13, 18 minus 3 is 15. And then 3 factorial, so you'll do 18 to 15 on the top. 15 times 3 minus 2, 3 times 2 times 1, and then 15. So the 15s will cancel out, and then you'll just multiply. So you'll get 8 minus 816 on the bottom. Multiple combinations. If you see you have 2 ends, 17 nickels and 5 quarters in your pocket. So that's 2 ends. You want 4 counts at random. So that's 4 R's. So you're going to do it twice. Once with 5 is the N. Once. The second time with 17 is the N. And the first time, you'll with the lower number on the top. Good luck on your test. Please make sure you behave and get all of your work in for the sub. Thank you and have a nice day.